The door was half open when I arrived. A woman's laughter still echoed on the walls, faint, trapped between the curtains and the cold. She'd been dead for 3 hours, maybe less. The blood beneath her hairline had already started to dry, but her phone kept ringing, the same number again and again. The father sat in the corner, unmoving. His shirt was soaked, not with grief, but with something closer to disbelief. He said she fell, but the bruises said otherwise. Too deliberate, too patterned, too human. I remember the smell, iron, perfume, and guilt. There's a kind of silence that follows murder. It's not peace, it's calculation. And as I looked at him, I knew this wasn't a stranger's crime. It was something closer, something blood could never wash clean. Her diary was found beneath the bed, half pages torn, half written like she knew someone was watching. The last line read, "He said love makes women weak. I said it makes us alive." No fingerprints but hers, no signs of struggle outside the room. The neighbors heard nothing, but one admitted to seeing her father outside the house at 10:47 p.m., pacing, whispering to someone on the phone. He denied it, of course, said he was praying. The autopsy confirmed blunt force trauma, a single blow, perfectly placed. A controlled strike, not anger, intention. Her phone log showed daily calls from a number saved as A. When I called it, a man's voice answered, trembling, guilty, terrified. I told her to run, he said. He said he'd kill her if she didn't end it. Love stories don't usually end with forensics reports, but this one would. The father's story never changed, not even once. She fell. She hit her head. I tried to save her. But people who tell the truth never rehearse it that well. Every sentence was measured, every pause perfectly timed. Guilt doesn't breathe that calmly. I watched him at the funeral, hands clasped, eyes closed, surrounded by those who called him honorable. Grief looked rehearsed. And yet, every person who spoke about her said the same thing. She wasn't afraid of him, not anymore. That anymore kept me awake. At night, I replayed her last messages. She'd texted her lover at 10:12 p.m. He knows. I'm not scared. After that, silence. The house was too clean when we searched it again, except for a single hairline crack on the wall behind the framed family photo. We removed it. Behind it, we found the blood spatter, wiped once, missed twice. The kind that doesn't come from a fall. The evidence came quietly, a security feed from a neighbor's camera across the street. At 10:45 p.m., the father entered the house. No hesitation. At 11:03, the lights flickered. At 11:06, he left, calm, composed. No one else went in. I watched that footage 6 times, each time hoping for something else, a shadow, a figure, an intruder, anything. But there was no one, just him. When I brought him in for questioning, he didn't ask for a lawyer. He asked for forgiveness, not from me, from God. He said she had lost her way, that love had corrupted her, that a father's duty was to cleanse his bloodline. He said it with pride, not regret. And that's when I knew justice wouldn't come from the law, because men like him don't confess to crimes, they confess to righteousness. I filed the report, attached the footage, marked it unresolved, insufficient evidence. Sometimes truth fits too neatly to be believed. I met the lover once, the man she died for. He asked me if her father would ever pay for what he did. I told him the truth. No, because honor isn't a crime where we come from, it's a disguise. He wanted to fight. I told him not to. Instead, I gave him the case file, redacted but enough to know what really happened. Sometimes justice isn't about arresting the guilty, it's about making sure the right people remember. A month later, the father was found sitting alone at her grave, eyes sunken, mumbling her name. The media called it remorse. I called it consequence. Guilt doesn't always kill you in one night. It drains you slowly, until silence becomes your punishment. The file sits on my desk, still marked unresolved. No one asks about it anymore. The neighbors moved on. The house was sold. The world forgot. But some nights, when the wind rattles the glass, I hear her phone ringing again, unanswered, endless. There's a kind of justice that doesn't fit in a courtroom. It doesn't come with sirens or verdicts. It comes with knowing, with carrying the truth no one wants to see. I wrote the final line in the report myself. Victim, female, 22. Cause, blunt force trauma. Motive, perceived dishonor. Then I locked the folder, because in this place, we don't bury the guilty, we bury the truth with them.